The Feline Fiasco, a tale of bites, somersaults, and sibling justice. A short story by Marty Robinson. It was a peaceful evening in the household, and Babs was lying atop her favourite cat bed, looking as sweet as ever. Curled up with her beloved beige bunny, she seemed perfectly content. Her eyes half closed as she prepared to drift off to sleep. Her soft fur glowed under the dim light, and with the gentle rise and fall of her breathing, she looked like the picture of innocence. Her mom smiled, watching Babs nestled in with her toy, and decided to go over and say goodnight, as she always did. It was a nightly ritual, filled with love. Each time she'd lean down and whisper to both Babs and Petey, "I hope my little sweethearts have little sweet baby dreams." But tonight, just as she bent down to offer those soft words, something unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, Babs snapped and bit her mum, sharp and hard. The sudden act of aggression left her mum shocked and confused. Babs, usually so sweet, had lashed out for no clear reason. Realizing her mistake almost immediately, Babs quickly flipped into a graceful somersault, as if to say, "Oops, my bad." She lay on her back, belly exposed, her way of asking for forgiveness. Her mum, always understanding, accepted the peace offering with a gentle belly rub. After a moment, harmony was restored between them. But not everyone in the household was ready to let the matter drop. Petey, who had been dozing off on his abominable snowman blanket nearby, woke up just in time to witness the incident. His eyes widened in concern as he saw Babs biting their mum, and his little heart filled with righteous anger. He knew Babs had done something wrong, and he was determined to make it right. "Babs!" Petey squeaked as he trotted over, his tiny paws padding urgently across the floor. "You bit Mommy, that's really, really bad." His face was full of determination. Babs stretched out dramatically, unbothered by his concern, and turned her head toward him with a dismissive flare. "Oh, darling, calm down. You're making such a fuss over nothing. I've already apologized. Mommy and I have handled it. Don't get all worked up." But Petey wasn't letting it go that easily. He stomped his paws, his voice growing more insistent. "No, Mommy is really nice to us. She gives us treats and rubs our bellies, and every night she says, 'I hope my little sweethearts have little sweet baby dreams.' You know you love it when she says that, Babs. So why would you bite her?" Babs sighed dramatically, rolling her eyes as though she were far too grand to be caught up in such trivial matters. "Sweetheart, please, you're being far too serious about this. Yes, I may have momentarily lost my composure, but it's all been smoothed over now. Mommy is fine. I am fine. So you should be fine. Let's not make this into some melodrama, Petey's frustration mounted. "No, you don't get it. Mommy loves us so much, and we're supposed to be nice to her. You can't just bite her and then pretend like nothing happened." Babs raised an eyebrow, her tone shifting to a mixture of annoyance and amusement. "Darling, you simply must learn that sometimes people, and cats, make mistakes. I've already apologized. Mommy has forgiven me. It's time for you to let it go." Petey, however, was determined to stand his ground. Without warning, he leaped forward and tried to wrap his little paws around her neck in what he imagined was a strong headlock. "I'm going to make you be nice to Mommy," he squeaked, his tiny arms flailing as he tried to subdue her. Babs let out a condescending laugh, barely fazed by his attempt. "Oh, really, darling? You think you can take me?" she said, shaking her head in amused disbelief. In one swift motion, Babs effortlessly flipped out of his grasp and pinned him down with ease. "Oh, sweet little Petey," she purred, her voice dripping with mock concern. "You really should know better than to challenge someone like me." Petey squirmed under her weight, his little legs kicking helplessly. "No fair." "You're too big. Babs smirked down at him, her tone still carrying that haughty edge. Too big? Oh, darling, I'm simply better. And now I think it's time you learn a valuable lesson. Before Petey could protest any further, Babs shifted her weight, pinning him firmly beneath her. She glanced down at him, her eyes gleaming with mischief, and in that moment, Petey knew something even worse was coming. No, 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 he squealed, trying desperately to wriggle free. Babs, don't! But Babs wasn't about to let him go so easily. With a sly grin, she relaxed just slightly, and then, without a trace of regret, she let out a soft, yet unmistakable sound. Pfft! Petey's eyes went wide in shock. Oh my God, he exclaimed, his voice full of disbelief. You farted on me? Babs let out a rich theatrical laugh, clearly enjoying herself. Oh, darling, I simply couldn't resist. You make it far too easy. Petey wriggled frantically beneath her, trying to escape the embarrassing situation. That's so gross! You're so mean! He cried, his little face scrunching up in disgust. Finally, Babs lifted herself off him, still chuckling. Oh, sweetheart, lighten up. It's just a bit of fun. You'll survive. Petey scrambled to his feet, shaking his head furiously. You're a big meanie. I'm telling Mommy. Babs rolled her eyes, entirely unbothered. Go ahead, darling. Tell her. But you know she'll still love me just the same. Later that night, when their mum came in to say goodnight, both cats were curled up together, despite everything that had happened. Their mum knelt down, gently stroking their heads, and whispered, as she always did, I hope my little sweethearts have little sweet baby dreams. Both Babs and Petey purred softly, their differences forgotten for the moment as the warmth of their mum's love wrapped them in peace. Because in the end, no matter the scuffles or the mischief, nothing could break the bond between these two cats, and the one who loved them most.